So I wanted to go with drawing with donuts because I really love donuts. And yeah, and then I just wanted to go with like something like a lot of colorful colors. And I always think about donuts as colorful colors. The only thing that I like once I start doing it kind of messy, like the oil pastels, like I start seeing that like my hand, like I would smother it with the paper, and then like I try to add sprinkles, and they would like start smashing and like in the paper, and it got smothered. I really, but that's what I try to do, and I try to make it like really like shiny in some places and all that. Yeah.
I'd like to compliment the highlights on the donut because I feel like the highlights at the bottom and like the way that they're moving and they're not like all the way around really gives it that like realism. And I really like the effect of like the actual, I don't know if those are like real sprinkles or not, but it really adds like 3D too. So it really like pulls me in.
I like how the glaze on the donut like is actually like kind of like running down off the donut, so I kind of makes it really interesting too.
Miss, I also have another one, like, because I thought that was a little bit, so I also had another one. I still need one more donut in that one, but yeah, I submitted another one.
Just to chime in here, Oliver, these are awesome. I think you need to paint them. I see what you're saying about the oil pastel. You could put white paper underneath your hand so it wouldn't smudge so much. But I think you would this would look really cool as paintings, to be honest. Okay, any other comments? All right, what would you score, Oliver? Oliver, what would you score yourself?
I agree with you. I feel like it would bring more like attraction, more colory if it would been with like paint, like the second and all that, and no, probably like around the 80s or something like that. Probably for myself, just add more variant and also.
I feel like a color that would like make the white pop out would be like a blue, something that's like the opposite of that color, if you give me.
I'm surprised that more people aren't saying very much about this because I feel like Oliver's color schemes for both pieces are incredible. They're incredibly vibrant. They're unified. I think he's got that same whimsical, playful vibe that we saw with Kenya's piece. I think the compositions are on point. I do think they're unfinished, but you can still see where he's headed with them, and the sprinkles, like adding in actual sprinkles, a 3D element to your paintings, I think is brilliant. I agree with Erica. It makes me hungry too. And I just think it's just really playful and really awesome. I would love to see more. Bianca, you sent that directly to me. Share it to the class, please. And why don't you all give your scores? Oliver, give me your score as well.
What I said was that contrasting some colors might make it stand out a bit more, but other than that, it looks really good. The sprinkles make it pop out. It makes it look like a bit like more 3D-ish, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Excellent. All right, so I still want to know what your score is for yourself, Oliver. Let's move to the next person. So moving up the ladder, let's go to, Carolina, I already have yours here. Can we see Carolina's? Did it show up? All right, so why don't you say a couple things about what you were doing and why, and then we'll get to critiquing.
So I decided to paint another landscape, but I wanted to do something like that involves like Harry Potter because I love Harry Potter. And I also wanted to just play with different colors.
I really like how this is done. The sky looks really nice. It blends in, and it makes it look like kind of magical in a way. And
I
as well
really
as,
like
Uh,
and I also like how the mansion like kind of reflects onto the water. I thought that was a pretty cool effect.
I really like the shading and the movement and all of this. I feel like the mountains and the castles were really well executed because of like the shadowing that you're given, like the fading from dark to like light and like the way everything is really blended softly. It makes it really look. It's like simple, but it's like super like intriguing.
This is a really good artwork, Carolina. Like you got some talent. Like it gives me like an idea. I don't know if you've seen this of castle in like in Florida of Harry Potter, and it really looks like that. And I don't know, like you can tell it's right away it's from Harry Potter, and then like just like even the what's it called the shadow of the like the sky and the water, like the light and all that, it really shows in, and like you can tell like the time of day. Everything's like really nice reflection. That's the word. And then like it's really nice. I really like it.
I really like the way like she used the reflection on the water. It makes it look more like realistic and like showing like a specific time where like you could see like it's the sun's going down and not just like a simple blue sky. Like it shows like motion in the sky too. And like with like the sunset going down, it could like show the motion of like, oh, it's like the sun's going away. And I really like the way like she uses like the colors. Like it goes from like very bright to like dark, like giving it mystery.
I like the effect of the mountains in the background. How they're just like kind of just fading. They're just like faded in the background, and you can like still see the sun. The color of the clouds just like so realistic, and like you can see the blue, like the little holes between the clouds, and you see like the blue colors. It just looks very nice.
I love the all the details you added, Carolina. Just I can see like from the painting overall, and like if I focus like in each point, I can tell like you took your time and everything. And also like the technique you use for, I think, because I'm guessing you use different techniques for your trees and your grass and like the blending in the water and the blending in the clouds. Like I can tell like that's all different type of technique you use.
Okay, let's everyone give her a score. Don't forget to give yourself a score, Carolina. And we'll move on to our next person. And that is Leslie. Okay, Leslie, why don't you say a little bit about what you were doing, what your intention was, and then let's critique.
I wanted to show like a sense of like um like a sense of like wanting to like get out of like your like who you are and like be something else. And I wanted to get a sense of that with the face pulling and like trying to like escape or whatever. And then the pills are just like another part of like a story that I just wanted to add like, oh, like I don't know, it was just like a weird idea in my head. And I was just like, it'll be cool if I have like a bunch of people trying to like pull at this person's face to just like feed them these tablets.
I can tell that you just didn't make the hands like made up. You just didn't like do them made up. You can actually like they were like detailed. Probably did them from observation from yours or something. And then yeah, I just really like it how you can actually see how like it's stretching the face, like how you emphasize that. And then yeah, I really liked it overall. And then are you done with the pills or are you gonna add like color to them?
I think I'm just gonna leave them like white, just because, or like maybe do different shapes of them. I'm not sure if I wanted to add like colored pills because of the background, since it's already pretty like bright and colored.
I also agree with all of it with like the hands, like you can see that she did it from observation and like the hands like the ones like near the person's face, it has like shine on them. It like shows like the shadows, which I think is a really good cool effect that you added. And I also think that you should leave the pills white. I feel like it like brings out the painting.
I agree with Erica as she chatted in that she really appreciates all the different skin tones and how the background and pills look like the hair. Any other comments?
I don't know if it was your intention, Leslie, but I really feel like I like it, and I feel like it complements the way it's like I like rough painting, like it's not like as blended. And I've seen that type of way of paint somewhere else. I just can't remember who, but I enjoy like watching how the paint is like from your background, how it's like not blended as like a gradient, but like it's good. Same for the skin tone. Like I like the shading and everything.
Do you all see Erica's comment about the teeth? That's something that really resonates with me because teeth are really hard to do. I think if you look really closely, it's because she used the color of the gums and didn't outline the teeth completely. I think that's the way to go rather than outlining them with pencil or with black, which a lot of times people tend to do. I also think that the inside of the eye is also brilliant. It's so subtle and brilliantly done. I personally wish the pills were not pure white. I wish they had tints of other colors or shading to look a little bit more tubular or geometric to show depth, more volumetric, I think is the word. And a little bit warmed up just because everything else has warmer tones and it looks a little bit unfinished to me. Any other comments or should we get to the scoring part?
Well, although you kind of say that it does look unfinished, looks very I like it a lot. It's and then the like dragging, like I think the pulling of the skin, and that gives it a lot of like it just gives it a lot of like sense of like you feel something when you see it. So it's just kind of interesting.
I agree. And what I like about it is there's a lot left open to interpretation. Like it could be about one thing, but I think each of us looking at it might feel something different. I think that's okay. Like for me, having hands grabbing at like your face, I often feel that a lot as a mom with a lot of needy people. As a mom and a teacher, I sometimes feel like I feel claustrophobic in a way, and I feel like I'm being grabbed at and I don't even like have personal space